Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Yes, I am still sick, so if I sound a little weird or stuffy, it is because of that reason. Listen, right, we have some news with Turbo, and we are going to go over the charts. First, we're going to go over the charts just a little bit before we go fully into detail. Look, last time I did say, ladies and gentlemen, right, that we were going up. However, this was the area, this exact candle was the area I was looking at because the probable play was, doing what we have to do, consolidating, going up, right? And selling off of this area over here at 0.006, right? What I wanted to happen was, of course, a massive breakthrough to retest to continue going higher. You know me, and you know what I've been saying on this channel for some time is that there is no real confirmation of reversals until we start creating higher highs. So, a higher high, ladies and gentlemen, is let's just say, right? Even this, actually, I'll use Turbo as an example, right? We can see that Turbo has a high over here, a high over here, a high over here, and a high over here, right? What do you notice about these, right? Well, the first thing you notice is probably, well, they are getting lower and lower. And you would be correct, right? And this would be considered a lower high, right? Because the highs are getting lower. So, what do I want to see? Well, I want to start seeing higher highs get printed, right? Something like this, right? Something where we would get higher highs consistently printed. And that would be very, very nice confirmation. Now, I did say, right, even though, we were accumulating, I said there's a chance that we could, start reversing, but we would have to see how we react off of this area. And unfortunately, right, we are selling off, right? We are selling off. So there is literally zero confirmation that we will be going up higher, especially that Bitcoin is also selling off, right? For me, Bitcoin is at least going to go to roughly $102,000, and we'll see how it reacts off of there. But with Bitcoin dropping a few percent, right? Let's say 2%, I could see definitely Turbo dropping roughly, you know, 5% or so, which would bring it all the way, somewhere here, right? Somewhere over here at 0.00516. So we'll have to see how price reacts, right? Hopefully, we kind of start printing higher lows, because even though we didn't break above this point just yet, this could still be a scenario of where we kind of go down like this, right? Print a higher low to then continue pushing up, right? So we'll have to see how price reacts off of that. But in the meantime, we have to be patient, right? Generally speaking, I enjoy making these updates, right? Because I know it gives you guys a peace of mind and what is going on, whether it's with updates or just with the charts or whatever it may be. But ultimately, that all this stuff doesn't really matter in the end unless you are leverage trading, right? And if you're one of those people that are looking for buying opportunities, right, then I guess these micro updates are good, because then you'll get to know, generally speaking, when, there should be reversals or when there's high probability, right? I know also people are coming here, they're coming back to the channel to finally hear me say, it's officially everything's reversing, everything's going to be good, which is still going to be good, right? Like I said, the micro levels, they don't really matter too much in the end unless you are, like I said, looking for specific things, or, you just want a peace of mind or whatever it may be. But yeah, so we're gonna go and jump right into the turbo news, right? Not too much, but it's still something, right? We can see that Coinbase assets tweeted, GigaChad, Floki, and Turbo are now available to New York residents on Coinbase and in Coinbase iOS and Android apps. So, you know, not the biggest thing in the world, but definitely still a W. Now, this isn't directly, from Turbo, but it is related to Turbo. And you know what? Anything that puts Turbo more out there, whether it is small, medium, or big, a win is a win, right? Generally speaking, right? Turbo has just been tweeting, this typical stuff it tweets, right? Still getting good views, averaging 10 to 12,000. So that is what we like to see. Actually, let me like some of these because this helps with engagement, right? And of course, we had the news just a couple days ago, right? We're getting new news pretty much every 2 days with Turbo, even if it's small. So that is what I love to see, right? Turbo very, very, very active, right? Now let's just dive into the bigger picture, right? With certain coins, right? So right away, we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that in terms of weekly candles, we can see the difference between this, and this is very dramatic, right? So we can see there was very big selling pressure, right, in the January beginning candle and pretty much, mid January candle, right? We could see big selling pressure. And then, near the middle to end of January, less selling pressure. And here we are already getting signs of rejections and reversals. So, ladies and gentlemen, generally speaking, right now, if you are interested in buying Turbo, you are getting a fantastic price. Okay, you are getting a fantastic price. You have to realize some people pretty much bought at 1 cent or even higher. So you are going to be getting in, you know, much cheaper, like 50, 60% cheaper from the tops, right? If you're taking from the tops, actually, go over here, right? You are getting a 62% discount from the tops. So very nice prices, right? Even if, let's say, for whatever reason, it goes lower, right? It goes lower, hypothetically, right? It's not going to go lower, that much lower, right? Unless Bitcoin does do the thing where we talked about going to 92 to $93,000, then we can definitely see Turbo hitting these levels over here, right? These levels over here. Ultimately, I do think Turbo will hold, right? I do think Turbo will hold. I did get worried at one point, I will admit, about the whole Milena coin thing, but it seems like the Trump family has calmed down. I guess for the Trump, him putting a coin out there about himself or whatever, it's just that made sense. And I was like, all right, a little a little hit on Turbo, a little hit on other coins. It is what it is, but long term, it's good. And then when the Milena one came out, I was like, well, I don't really like that because how many more of these are going to happen? And, it's been a couple of weeks and we seem to be chilling, right? We are chilling at the moment. So I think things stabilize from there. I don't really expect any new coins. Maybe in the future, months down the road, we may see a Baron or Elon Musk coin. I would not be surprised if one of them did that. And I'd say the more probable one would be Elon Musk, right? Since he is, getting up there to being one of the most famous men at the moment. He has a lot of influence, right? So I would not be surprised if he would do that eventually. At the current moment, I don't think, we have to worry about that. Plus, that's just speculation. No need to worry about speculation until there's hard evidence. So that is that, right? But generally speaking, right, bigger time frame, right? We are very two good zones uh, in terms of discount prices, right? When we go on the monthly, we can see it's been rejecting a decent amount, and we have gone down a good amount. And I expect everything to be reversing the 3 month candle, right? We are bound to eventually get some kind of bigger, I guess, how do I say this? Pullback and correction. We can see Turbo actually for many months has been green, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 months of pure green, right? Of course, in between here and there has been some red. But in terms of the 3 month candle closes, it's been, fantastic. Same with the 6 month. And of course, the yearly candle was beautiful. The yearly candle was absolutely gorgeous. So, the extremely bullish. If I was supposed to compare it to something like Myro, ladies and gentlemen, right? Poor Myro with so much potential, but people just left it, right? People just left it. Do I think there could be a community takeover, like a real one, and some bandwagon in the future when Myro hits roughly 2 cents? Yeah, probably. But at the moment, it's just kind of a thing where, you know, uh, it's just dead. But the point I'm trying to make here is, right, if we go to the 3 month, we see Myro, had it okay, and then nice 3 month, and then dead, right? 6 month, not big rejection, dead. The yearly, big rejection, right? So, You just got to compare it to other meme coins, right? Generally speaking, Turbo is looking fantastic. I would not be worrying, ladies and gentlemen. I still believe, right, we are going to eventually break past this point, right? It looks better like this, right? We eventually will break past this point, and once we do, it is going to look absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning, right? Once we break past these highs, respect them. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for the gains. Remember to be responsible. This is a meme coin at the end of the day. You don't want to over leverage. You don't want to over risk in a meme. Remember, it is literally supposed to be a joke coin. That is what a meme coin is. Even though Turbo is, of course, one of the better ones and has some kind of utility behind it. Remember that you are technically investing in a joke, right? Like that is literally what a meme coin is. So just be careful with how much you risk. Always have the mindset, everything going to zero, even though there's no reason it should go to zero. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.